podcast.
You know New York, you know New York, you need New York, you know you need unique New York.
That was impressive. Apparently, that's supposedly the hardest tongue twister on planet Earth. So, yeah, that was quite impressive. You just nailed that. We nailed that. There we go. Are you ready, my friend?
Oh, I'm ready.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Welcome to the Animality podcast, episode 1, the first ever episode. This has been a long time in the making. We've been planning on making this podcast for so long. It's been requested so many times, and finally, we're here. If you enjoy learning about animals, you enjoy learning about wildlife, you are 100% in the right place. Grab some popcorn, buckle up, because it's about to be a show. But before we get into it, I'm going to introduce my co-host, the one, the only, Chris. Oh, he's hitting the gritty. That was a pretty weak gritty.
I never practiced that a day in my life, but we're not going to talk about that.
I ain't even going to judge. Justin Jefferson would still be proud. He would still be proud. Maybe. If you're new here, which you are, because it's episode 1, we have so many plans for the future of this podcast, future events that are going to be coming up, and simply this episode right here. We're going to be talking about the Animal Vengers. The animals with superpowers. We all have our favorite superhero. All of us. I mean, mine's Spider-Man.
Mine's Doctor Strange. I mean, he has time. He can travel to time, which I think is really cool. He has a little portal thing. And best of all, he has a really dope cape.
He does have a dope cape. It's a very new age answer, though. It's a very new age answer.
Okay, it is. But it's so cool, man.
Yeah, it is. It's a very Gen Z answer. But I'll take it. I'm just classic Spider-Man. But if I'm being honest, my favorite heroes on this planet are the ones that live amongst us. There are animals out there that have way cooler superpowers than your favorite superhero. I guarantee it. Have you ever heard of the Oriental Hornet?
I've heard of the name. I don't really know anything about it, but I've heard of the name.
All right. Buckle up, my friend. I'm going to make you remember the name. So there's this hornet, right? And they're found basically everywhere. We're talking Asia, Africa, South America, Europe. And first off, they're known for having one of the most painful stings in the insect kingdom. Apparently, it feels like lava coursing through your veins. No, thank you. Not to mention that pain could last for days. So there's that.
Days?
Days. How do you sleep? How would you sleep?
You don't.
Honestly, I'm just thinking about that. That just hit me right now. Like lava coursing through your veins for days. Yeah, you're gonna get really used to being awake. Anyways, what really makes this animal special, though, and what really upgrades them to superhero status, is something incredible. They have a very distinct look. They have like a reddy brown color with a bright yellow band that runs around their body. This band absorbs sunlight and converts it into electricity. In fact, this is the only animal on Earth known to convert sunlight into electricity. It's like a built-in solar panel.
How did they figure that out? Like, I was thinking, and I'm like, how would they figure out something like they have electricity?
I have no idea. Maybe they just hooked some voltmeters up to it or something.
They definitely did do that.
That's a good question. But what makes it even way more incredible is the fact that scientists have no idea what the electricity is used for. They have no idea, but there's a leading theory, and this leading theory is even crazier. Apparently, they believe that the electricity inside the hornet is used to quite literally supercharge them, like making them faster, stronger, sharper senses, faster reflexes. I don't like it. I don't like hornets. I don't like wasps. I don't like stingers.
Neither do I.
Yeah, sorry to all my bug keepers out there, all my bug fans. Not a fan of hornets. Don't like them. Never have. I have an irrational fear of insects. Irrational. Irrational.
There's a word for that. Arachnophobia. Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I that's a good question. But what makes it even way more incredible is the fact that scientists have no idea what the electricity is used for. They have no idea, but there's a leading theory, and this leading theory is even crazier. Apparently, they believe that the electricity inside the hornet is used to quite literally supercharge them, like making them faster, stronger, sharper senses. I don't like it. I don't like hornets. I don't like wasps. I don't like stingers. I wonder if there is one for simply just wasps and hornets. Because even bees, I'm not afraid of because it's more of just like a sting. Hornets and wasps, I don't know. They're all like they're so aggressive, and they carry such painful venom.
I've never been stung by a wasp or a hornet. I've dodged them. I've gotten stung by one bee in my entire life, which was like 2 years ago.
No.
And
Really?
that wasn't bad at all. I ain't gonna lie. I stepped on it and it went like straight in the bottom of my foot, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I'm surprised. So I got stung by a hornet once, or I got stung by a wasp once. It was actually a wasp, but here's a little fun fact for you. Wasps, unlike bees, are smart enough to know that humans need to breathe in oxygen. So if you jump into a body of water when wasps are chasing you, they will wait at the surface for you to resurface because they know you need to resurface to breathe.
Why?
They're smart. They're smart. Well, anyways, I found out, factually, that's true. That's a true fact. That is a true fact, and I know
That's some villain activities.
yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I officially understand your mindset on wasp and hornets. That's I don't like that. That's some villain activity. I thought we were doing superheroes.
It's a super villain. But this next one is 100% a superhero. This is an ability that is completely different than any other ability of any animal on Earth. It's a bird known as the lyrebird. And their superpower is they have what some people would consider to be perfect auditory mimicry. They can mimic the sounds of animals that they hear in their environment, including other songbirds. They can hear sounds from the forest and mimic that. But due to habitat loss over the last few decades, lyrebirds have been forced to move closer and closer geographically to humans. And after spending some time with humans, these lyrebirds are starting to develop an entirely new catalog of sounds. So, for this one, we're going to play a little game. I'm going to show you a sound, and I want you to tell me if it's the actual sound and what it sounds like, or if it's a bird. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. Here is a car alarm.
I feel like you're going to end up tricking me and this is going to be the lyrebird, but there's just no way, so I'm going to say car alarm.
Well, you'd be wrong. That is a lyrebird.
There's just no way.
That is a bird making the sound of a car alarm. Here's another one for you. A little bit different. Is this a baby crying or a lyrebird?
Come on. Don't tell me it's the lyrebird.
It's the lyrebird. Can you imagine hearing that and looking over and seeing a bird? But that's also still just the beginning. They can make these laser sounds. Listen to this. They can make the sound of a chainsaw.
There's just no way.
That's a flippin' chainsaw. That's a flippin' chainsaw. Oh my God, I swear to God, I hope nobody ever fires a pew-pew in front of them. Can you imagine being in the middle of the forest and hearing a chainsaw turn on like right next to you? I'm out. I'm out. You are going to see me hit a 40-yard dash speed that you didn't even know was possible. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it also gives me some really cool ideas of like things. If I saw a lyrebird, sounds I would want to teach it. I'm going to teach a lyrebird how to rickroll people. Wouldn't that be a good one?
They just walking through the forest and they just get rickrolled. So I would lose it. I would be like, if I seen someone do that to me and I just see a rickroll, I'm like, oh,
somebody
heck no.
needs to make this happen. Please, if you have a lyrebird, teach it how to rickroll people. Oh my God, I need to see it. But a cool thing about these lyrebirds, though, is it's not just fun sounds that they make. These are actually really important for a lyrebird because when it comes to mating, how a lyrebird finds a mate is the male will walk up to the female and they will sing the female a song using all of the sounds they've ever learned. And whichever male sings the most unique sound gets the ladies. So if you ever want to be a good wingman and you ever run into a lyrebird, teach it some cool sounds. That's how you be a good wingman. Literally wingman. Pun intended.
So I had one question. By any chance, do you know if they're related to a parrot or if they're just like the better version?
That's a good question. I don't think they are related to a parrot. They are a songbird. But there's actually a lot of birds that can talk. As weird as that sounds. Did you ever know that a raven can speak human words? Oh my God! The first time I ever seen a clip of this, I damn near had a heart attack. Here, I'm gonna listen to this. This is a raven talking.
That's
tickle,
crazy.
tickle, tickle, tickle. Oh God, that is probably the creepiest sentence it can learn too.
Yeah, well, yeah. If I ever see a raven just like fly up next to me and says tickle tickle, I'm out. I'm running.
I'm running. I'm literally calling that thing the tickle monster. That is the tickle monster to me. That is absolutely wild. But continuing the conversation of superpowers, we talk a lot about land, but a lot of the superpowers here on Earth are found in the ocean, because the ocean has been birthing life for 3 billion years longer than land. So everything crazy is going to be in the ocean. And right now we are going to be talking about one known as the pistol shrimp. Never did I ever think I would make a superhero video about animals and put a shrimp onto the list. Have you ever seen Project Power?
I have seen that movie.
Yep. If you know about Project Power, then you know about what the capabilities of a pistol shrimp is. But for those of you who don't know, think about a little shrimp. We're talking 4 centimeters in size. That's it. That's it. It's 4 centimeters long. But let me tell you, that is the most gangster 4 centimeters on planet Earth. They have like a little claw and a big claw. If you look at them, they have one really big claw and one little claw. And they get their name because they can snap their big claw so hard that it creates a sound at 210 decibels, which is actually louder than a gun. So that's where they get their name. And if you're underwater, when that goes off, you could go deaf. So if you like your eardrums, watch out for pistol shrimp.
Never swimming in underwater.
But where they really get their superhero-esque from is the fact that when they snap that big claw, not only does it make a very loud sound, they also fire a mini bubble bullet out at over 60 miles an hour. And here's the crazy part. That bubble bullet can reach temperatures of over 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit. To put that into perspective, that's nearly the temperature of the surface of the sun.
So
sounds like I'm making this up.
I ain't gonna lie. You asked me if I seen the movie Project Power, right? That's what's called?
Project Power.
And they talked about this in there, and I thought they over-exaggerated. So they can really go over 8,000 degrees surface of the sun?
Over 8,000 degrees. Now, don't get me wrong. It's like a fraction of a second. So, like, have you ever been a kid and, like, lit a lighter and touched the flame?
Oh, yeah.
Really quick, and it doesn't burn your hand?
Yep, I've done that.
So you would need the heat to sit on you for like a decent amount of time for you to actually feel the heat. It literally, the bubble dissipates in a fraction of a second. So it's not anything that you're actually able to feel, but it reaches 8,000 degrees.
So does it work on fish? Like if it touches?
Yes. Oh yeah. I would show you a clip, but they'll take my podcast episode down. It pretty much liquefies the fish. I seen one video where it literally blew the fish's flesh off of its body.
Oh my gosh.
It was just a skeleton sitting there.
Nah.
I'll show you the video. I'll show you the video when we're done with this. It's woo, man. Let me tell you, life. When you start to think about like, life's tough, man. Just always remember, it could be a lot worse. You could be a fish dealing with some BS like that.
Dude, for real.
Not something I would ever want to deal with. But anyways, we're gonna keep it in water. The axolotl.
I think everyone has heard the name before.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
I'm crazy. I know I've heard of it.
Super famous. It's the fish that smiles.
Yeah,
They smile. And if you're a Pokemon fan, Mudkip. Wait, no, that's a mud skipper, right? Where's that an axolotl? You know what? I never said anything. Don't even listen to what I say. But axolotl might be the superhero amongst all superheroes. And if there's any animal that I would want the abilities of, it would be the axolotl. So get this. First off, those little pink things on its head. If you ever see those little like branches that come out of its head,
oh yeah,
those are gills. Okay, those are gills. So this thing can breathe underwater, right?
Yeah.
But it can also take in oxygen through its skin because its skin acts like lungs.
That's crazy.
Doesn't make any sense. Makes even less sense when you find out that they actually have lungs. Bro can breathe. Let me tell you, oxygen is not a problem for this guy. You don't need to breathe that much.
That's
Nobody needs that much oxygen. But to even push it from that, they have no teeth, but they can create a vacuum suction inside their mouth, which is how they eat their food. They literally just crush their prey inside their mouth. They sometimes vacuum up rocks too to make the crushing go smoother. But what really gives the axolotl their star power is their regeneration ability. That's what they're known for. These suckers can regenerate just about anything. They can regenerate their legs, their gills, their eyes, their spinal cord, pieces of their brain. They can regenerate everything, and they can regenerate it multiple times. Indestructibility.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of that's hard to believe. Like limbs, I understand that, but like the eyes, I don't even know how you would regenerate like an eye, like the cortex, the iris. I mean,
or the brain.
The
brain. The brain, like you lose motor skills and then they grow back. Your motor skills grow back. I can't even make sense of that. Now that is probably the power I would want the most of any creature on this list. Regeneration abilities. I'd be feeding sharks with my bare hands. I swear to God, I'd be feeding sharks with my bare hands. Who cares? Take my arm. I don't care. I'll grow it back.
There's one.
I'll grow it back.
That might hurt. That might hurt kind of bad. You're gonna still feel the pain.
That's true. I will still feel the pain, but come on, man, my arms grow back. I'm intentionally getting my arm eaten. I have to. I want to see it grow back. I just want to make sure it grows back like perfectly, because like lizards, like a lot of like types of lizards, they can drop their tail, and then when it grows back, it doesn't grow back the same. It grows back like a little nub. It's ugly.
Yeah.
No offense. But yeah,
I think axolotls. I've never seen a weird looking axolotl before, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if it grows perfect.
But what makes the axolotl even so much cooler is, get this, guys. When an axolotl can't find foods, because they travel in these like little family groups and friends, so sometimes they're in a little group, and when they can't find food, what they'll do sometimes is they'll actually go and eat the limbs of their family and friends. But they do that knowing that the limbs are going to regenerate. Call me crazy, but that's an infinite food glitch. That's a legitimate infinite food glitch.
It is. You're not wrong. That's crazy. Now that you say that, I would like to have that as a human.
Yeah, right? Imagine being hungry and just being like, let me get that leg, though.
Actually, no, that's messed up, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Can I borrow your arm? Can I borrow your arm for a little bit? I want to. See, maybe it's good that I don't have superpowers, because I'd be testing them too much.
Dude,
I'd be testing my powers too much. I ain't even gonna lie.
Bro, you're like a kid with a new toy.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Don't give me a superpower. Don't go. Okay. Anyways, the next superhero I'm gonna bring up, because this one is one that most people have never even heard of. A lot smaller and a lot more violent. That is the bombardier beetle. They're also known as the chemical cannon. That sounds like the name of a superhero. The chemical cannon!
Dude, it really does. Yeah, no, that does.
I can imagine reading a comic book called The Chemical Cannon.
Same. I'm not gonna... Create it! What are you doing?
Who knows? Maybe I'll be a comic book writer too. Why not, you know? But these bugs, they're like literally walking chemistry labs. Inside their body, they have two chambers. One chamber holds hydrogen peroxide. The other chamber holds hydroquinone. And then they have a third chamber where these two chemicals mix together to create an acid that sits at over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Boiling acid. It's literally a walking chemistry lab. And whenever they feel threatened, they can spray this acid with precise accuracy.
Do they ever shoot themselves or burn themselves?
No, because they can it's like a very super concentrated science where they actually pulsate the liquid. When they actually spray it, it pulsates. I think they could spray up to 500 times in a matter of seconds, which is just enough to keep their tail cool enough to not burn itself. And they never hit themselves because, like I said, they have precise accuracy. That thing is chemistry at its finest. That is the Heisenbug. That is the Heisenbug. And because of it, they don't even have predators. Like, every now and then, a frog will swallow one, and then the beetle will spray inside their stomach, and then the frog will instantly throw them up. Science hurts.
I just imagine that. Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah. Nobody messes with them. Ants don't mess with them, and ants mess with everything. Ants mess with everything, and they won't mess with the Heisenbug. Even praying mantises avoid them. So.
Oh wow.
That is one gangster bug. That is a superpower. That is literally a chemical cannon. But other than that, we have one more superhero I want to talk about on this list to wrap up the Animal Avengers. Have you ever heard of the Blue Dragon?
I can't remember. Maybe I have.
When you think of Blue Dragon, you probably think of like this big giant lizard and something like that. But actually, it's a slug. It's a slug known as the Blue Dragon. It's a little blue slug, water slug, aqua slug, that's known as the Blue Dragon.
It earned that name. It better be good.
Oh, it's really good. So it's a species of what's called a nudibranch. And nudibranches are famous for being able to eat something, consume something, and then steal the ability of whatever it consumes. Like, for instance, there's one nudibranch that can eat plants, and then they can begin to use photosynthesis for energy. They no longer need to eat. Once they eat plants just a couple of times, they can gain the ability of photosynthesis, and then they could start getting all of their energy through the sun in photosynthesis. They steal the ability of the plant. But the blue dragon in specific, what it does is it consumes highly venomous jellyfish. Not jellyfish, specifically the Portuguese man-o-war, which looks like a jellyfish, but it's actually not a species of jellyfish. But it is highly venomous. And these blue dragons will eat these highly venomous Portuguese man-o-wars, and they could reconcentrate the Portuguese man-o-war venom inside their own body and deliver the same venom as a sting to another creature. So they could steal the venom of that creature and deliver it in their own sting. But get this! Not only can they do that, the sting from the blue dragon is actually worse than the creature that they originally consumed. They can increase the potency inside their body. That feels illegal.
That doesn't even seem possible.
You think, like, what would happen if, like, a blue dragon consumed, like, a box jellyfish, which is, like, considered to be the most venomous creature on planet Earth?
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't want that sting. So that's kind of a superpower. That's the superpower of thieving superpowers.
Just wanted to say, for anyone that's wondering, he said box jellyfish. That could eliminate you in 3 minutes?
3 minutes. Venom is a weird thing. See, I don't even like to say the most venomous creature on Earth because there's a lot of different ways you can count the most venomous creature on Earth. How fast it kills you, or how much venom is needed to kill you. There's certain things that only one drop could take you out, but you will survive for a few hours. Whereas, like the box jellyfish, they need to pump you with a boatload of venom, but you die within 3 minutes. So, like, if you don't have anti-venom in your pocket, you're cooked.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, if you ever get stung by a jellyfish, I just want to put this out there because this needs to end. Don't pee on the sting. That is not real. Okay? It doesn't work. Don't pee on jellyfish stings. You want to know where that started?
Where?
A kid pranking his friend. A kid got stung by a jellyfish, and this kid wanted to see his friend pee on himself. So he told him, if you pee on yourself, it will feel better. And somehow that actually became, like, public knowledge. So, you want to talk about the greatest prank of all time? That is the greatest prank of all time. That has had thousands of people pee on themselves.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know about that. That was fake until literally probably years later.
Yeah?
I came across it, and I was like, I'm so glad I didn't get stung by a jellyfish.
You peed on yourself, didn't you? You totally did.
I
We're going to cut it
didn't.
there. We're going to cut it there. We're going to put a nail in it right there. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Chris peed on himself. With that being said, again, we are going to be dropping a new episode every Tuesday at 4 p.m. wherever you get your podcasts. You're not going to want to miss these. You're definitely not going to want to miss the next one. But with that being said, I love you guys. Stay odd. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace.